Hello. Huh. Hello there. I see people showing up. I have not done this for a long time. I'm not sure how well this is going to go because I don't know what I'm doing. But these posts that showed up, I wanted to kind of go over them. I haven't even really, other than a quick glance, I haven't even looked at them. And from a quick glance, I am just picking up some awesome stuff. And I wanted to share my thoughts, and I guess I wanted to, it's been so long since I've talked to you guys, I wanted to talk to you. So I want to try to see if I can get this set up to work so I can hear you. I see a bunch of hellos. Pardon me while I look here. Susie Jevney, I love you too. Elizabeth Coleman. Viking Scott. Yep. Anyway. Sandra and the balloons. I missed you. Alright. It looks funny with me looking sideways. I'm going to look front ahead here. I don't know how I can get my words on the front of my screen. I got to figure that out. I should have done a better job of figuring this out first. Well, hey, I don't know how to do this. I guess I'm just going to start. This post, 1463. Hey, we all know Seth Rich is a patriot. And we all know what happened. And it's sad for those of you who are not red-pilled. There's lots of videos on Seth Rich. Seth Rich was a real patriot. Seth is the one that got the DNC hacked material to WikiLeaks. So that's, I don't know what else to say about that, but salute to Seth. I haven't seen you since April or June. My, that must have been a long time ago. I'm afraid, yes, Seth is not with us any longer. I truly believe that. I know no autopsy, no paperwork. They're not hiding that kind of stuff from us. Although they're hiding a lot of stuff from us. Man, they are hiding a lot of stuff. It's crazy what's going on. This weather that we're having is most of it man-made. The fires in Colorado, most of it man-made. The volcano in Hawaii, man-made. If you don't believe me, read your Bible. This stuff is all scriptural. We are going through the book of Revelation right now. So, awesome things. And we know how that ends. Not good for the evil people. They all end up in a bad place, like worse than Guantanamo, I think. from what I understand. Yep, direct energy weapons. You are not kidding. I just got my streaming capability back. I'm going to try to keep it, so I'm not going to try to say anything too drastic here. But I'm sure not going to lie. If they want to take it away from me for telling the truth, why, I'm not going to lie to try to hide it. That's not right. Okay. I don't know how many of these things you guys have seen. I've been back on the 8chan board. It is going crazy back there. And we'll probably pop back there for a minute because I want to see I want to take you guys back there. Anyway, this post, if we all remember it, boom, 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 a week to remember. Well, I think that we're in the beginning of another week to remember. This is going to be awesome. I did not watch this YouTube video. I guess I can pop it up and see what it is. I gotta shut my other sound off or it'll echo.
7 billion people inhabit planet Earth. Of those alive today, only a small number will leave a lasting impact. And only the very few will make decisions or take actions that renew their homeland and change the course of history. History may appear to repeat itself for generations. Cycles that never seem to end. There have been times of relative peace and times of great tension. While this cycle repeats, the light of prosperity and innovation has burned bright for most of the world. History is always evolving, and there comes a time when only a few are called upon to make a difference. But the question is, what difference will the few make? The past doesn't have to be the future. Out of the darkness can come the light, and the light of hope can burn bright. What if a people that share a common and rich heritage can find a common future? Their story is well known, but what will be their sequel? Destiny Pictures presents a story of opportunity, a new story, a new beginning, one of peace, 2 men, 2 leaders, 1 destiny. A story about a special moment in time when a man is presented with 1 chance that may never be repeated. What will he choose? To show vision and leadership? Or not? There can only be 2 results. One of moving back. Or one of moving forward. A new world can begin today. One of friendship, respect, and goodwill. Be part of that world, where the doors of opportunity are ready to be opened. Investment from around the world, where you can have medical breakthroughs, an abundance of resources, innovative technology, and new discoveries. What if? Can history be changed? Will the world embrace this change? And when could this moment in history begin? It comes down to a choice. On this day, in this time, at this moment, the world will be watching, listening, anticipating, hoping. Will this leader choose to advance his country and be part of a new world? Be the hero of his people? Will he shake the hand of peace and enjoy prosperity like he has never seen? A great life or more isolation? Which path will be chosen? Featuring President Donald Trump and Chairman Kim Jong-un in a meeting to remake history, to shine in the sun. One moment, one choice. What if? The future remains to be written.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Wow. Okay. The future is, we're in an awesome place for the future right now. God bless Donald Trump for doing what he's doing. And heck fire. I love you guys. Thanks for showing up. Yes, amazing. We've got an awesome president. All right, let me get rid of this. Go back to where I was, because I want to go to the next. All right. Do you believe in coincidences? Something that Donald said on the way back home. They are going to stop all that nuclear. They're going to, well, not nuclear. They're going to stop the war games. They're going to stop all that stuff that they've been carrying on over there. We are. Not just North Korea, but we are. No more war games over in Asia. That's going to be awesome. Because it would be intimidating for a little country like that to have North America flying jets over you all the time. So that took everybody off guard. They didn't think that was going to happen. So all we've got to do is do little stuff like that. And that's not a big deal. We don't have to be doing that. We don't need to practice war games. We don't have to practice war. We got to practice peace. That's what this thing says. Oh, and this is funny here. Post 1465, Q says, would you believe Hussein tried to call Kim prior to the summit? He did not have his updated phone number. 3. North Korea generals released or closed the pathway for bad actors. In other words, they shut that all off. Kim got a new number and poor Hussein couldn't get a hold of him. I'll bet they're just flipping. They can't stop this. It's gone too far now. They cannot stop it. It's all coming out. The IG report is coming out. That's gonna blow them away. That's gonna blow away the Democratic Party. I'm sorry. All right. Next post, 1466. It's an anon, and he says, I think he means the generals were black hats, and that once they were gone, there was no more connections for the cabal to influence Kim. Yes, that's exactly right. And plus, Kim got a new phone number, so Hussein couldn't get a hold of him. Poor man. Ought to be in prison, poor man. No, ought to be shot. Somebody probably said that already. Yeah, his phone didn't work. No, his phone didn't work. He could not get a hold of Kim Jong-un. Next post. Q links back to the last one like he always does. And he says, Eric Schmidt isn't sleeping well. I'm sure Eric Schmidt is not sleeping well. Next post. An anon reposts that one post with the boom, 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 booms. A week to remember. Oh, I saw this. I didn't read it. I wanted to read this. All right, it says, from the summit documents, 4 booms. Boom 1, the United States and the DPRK commit to establish new U.S. DPRK relations in accordance with the desires of the peoples of the 2 countries for peace and prosperity. That's awesome. You know, they drew these documents out way ahead of time. Way back when Q first posted the pictures out the airplane window. They already stopped and talked to each other. I guarantee it, that they had already had a meeting that the news media didn't know about. Boom 2, the United States and the DPRK will join their efforts to build a lasting and stable peace regime on the Korean Peninsula. It doesn't say North Korean, it says Korean. That's going to be so awesome. So we're going to join with those people in a peace accord. And Iran's next, you know that. That's going to come out real soon now. Boom 3, reaffirming the April 27, 2018 Panmunjom Declaration. The DPRK commits to work towards complete denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula. And no matter what the news media says about them not understanding it, they understand exactly what that means. Kim is so happy to be out from underneath the CIA's thumb right now that he could just cry. That man's never had freedom in his life. He grew up in that country without any freedoms, and he grew up underneath the CIA's thumb. He couldn't do a dang thing. That poor guy couldn't do anything. He was a prisoner. So Trump has really given him a freedom that he would have never been able to have gotten on his own, ever. This is an awesome thing. Most people are just missing out. The news media does not understand this at all. Those leftist loonies don't get it. They don't understand what this means for the world. Boom 4, the United States and DPRK commit to recovering POW and MIA remains, and there's a bunch of them over there. I heard a number one time. It surprised me. It's in the thousands, including the immediate repatriation of those already identified. That's good, because there are a lot of families that need closure that will finally get it. And Q says, what a coincidence. 4 booms, 4 points. Dark to light. 107. Don't know what that is. Maybe what time it is. 107. More to come. Q. Cool. Next post. Let me back up just a hair. Post 1469. It's an anon. Oh, wait a minute. Let me read some of your posts. Does anybody want to talk about anything different after this? Laughing so hard. GG, laughing so hard. Mr. Feigert, glad to see you. Praying for you and your family. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate all the prayers. I really have I've been so busy down here. And if I spend too much time sitting in front of this computer, my feet swell up. So I just can't do it like I was doing it. We were getting posts every day, and I was spending 8 hours a day sitting in front of this thing trying to get a video out to you guys. And I just got to the point where I couldn't do it. So I'm going to do what I can. I'm going to live stream as much as I can because I like doing this. I got to figure out a system where I can get all your comments right here in front of me. But I'll get there. I'll get it figured out. And, oh, wait a minute. I see something down here. Live stream content. 201 people watching, it says. I wish there was more than that. Just saying. Just saying. But that's okay. I'll take what I can get. All right. Next post. It's an anon. All the POTUS tweets changing council CS is CrowdStrike. Don't know what this guy's talking about. All the POTUS tweets changing council. Council equals CS equals CrowdStrike. All right. I don't quite get what he's saying, but. And Donald Trump says, the fact that I am having a meeting is a major loss for the U.S., say the haters and losers. Yeah, those guys are nuts. We have our hostages. Testing, research, and all missile launches have stopped. And these pundits who have called me wrong from the beginning have nothing else they can say. We will be fine. We will be fine. We're winning. We are winning big time. Yeah, remember this from December? Missile, Fox 3, splash as the world turns. Red October, Q, they were trying to kill the president back then. We'll be fine. Pray for the president. He really needs it. They hate him. Post 1470. Q says, when the info is released, RR no more. That's good news. I don't like Rosenstein. He's related to Himmler. I don't know if you guys know that or not. I'll have to pull that out and go over it with you one day. Do an internet search of Himmler. Just do an internet search of Himmler and get one of his pictures and look and see how much he looks like Rod Rosenstein. They could be twins. Anyway, he can be gone. Next line. When the info is released, no more Russian investigation. That's been a hoax. I'm so sick and tired of that investigation. It will factually conclude the corrupt nature by which the entire false narrative was created, all to 1, prevent the election of POTUS, and 2, delay, shelter, mask, and hide all illegal activities by Hussein and others during the past 8 years. They have been so corrupt, and I feel almost ashamed for sitting back and letting it happen, because I just feel like I could have done something. Even though I know I couldn't do anything, I just wish, I didn't complain enough. And I should have been complaining. I should have been out carrying a sign and picketing in front of the Capitol when that SOB was in office. Anyway, DOJ/FBI cleanse vital as primary. Yeah, the elections are coming. Cleanse vital as primary. That's a must as a primary. They have to be cleansed. I like this next line. Hoover is coming. Hoover is going to wipe these guys off the map. Hoover has prosecutorial powers. And he's been investigating for, what, 9-10 months now? I'm sure he's got piles and piles and piles of folders. We know, you guys know there's 32,000 sealed federal indictments now at this point. They've got to unseal those things. That's coming. People don't realize it yet, but the show's just beginning. This is the beginning of the show. Get your popcorn. I love that, because it's really coming. You ain't seen nothing yet. We're going to have peace with North Korea. We're going to have peace with Iran. And we're going to have a bunch of people swinging from the gallows. These people hate America. And they must. They must really hate this country to have done what they've been doing. Not only do they hate this country, but they hate us. Because they haven't stopped yet. That's why we got to pray for the president. They are still fighting. They still think they can win. They're still shooting space weapons at us. I don't know how they still have control of that stuff. I don't know why we haven't just gone in there and just started blowing them away. That would be quicker and easier than arresting them and putting them in prison and hanging them. It'd be quicker and easier than doing it the right way, I guess. Next post, 1471. An Anon says, Q, if you can pull strings, how about getting Acosta's press pass pulled? I am embarrassed he represented our country in that historic meeting in Singapore. I hate that man. I watch those press meetings. He asks the stupidest questions. He is so ignorant. Anyway, Q links to that post and he says, think strategically. Does Acosta's continued disrespectful and poor behavior hurt or help us in the future? It doesn't hurt, I guess. It's just painful. Let them all dig their own graves. They sure are missing this, but they got no idea what's going on. They're still pressing their agenda. They don't have any idea what the truth is. The truth is we're all winning, people. This is a win for America. This is a win for North Korea. This is a win for the rest of the world, and I know you're out there listening. The rest of the world's out there. Bring it on, liberals. Where we go one, we go all. That's true. They can't hurt us. That's for sure. They cannot do a thing to hurt us. If they take one of us down, another one will pop up. You know, they can't do a thing to hurt us, so... Alaska. Here's a picture of them coming home from the plane. For all you people that think Q's a LARP, here you go. He is not a LARP. He's on the president's airplane. There's a picture out the window. So, of course, yeah, he's a LARP. This is made up stuff, right? Post 1473 says, Godspeed, one and all. Q+. Q+. Now, if I know you guys, a bunch of you believe the way I believe, Q plus is Donald Trump. I would almost 100% guarantee it. That's what I believe. That's what I feel. So there's a message from the president. And I love it when he does that. So yeah, Godspeed, Donald. And oh, that won't move down far enough. Oh no. Let me figure this out. Let me go backwards. Oh wow, more posts. There's more posts. Okay. I got to do this backwards. I was going down, now I'm going up. Alright. The last post was 1472. This post is 1474. It says, "This is not a game. Certain events were not supposed to take place." And that's not lightning. If you guys look at that picture, that's a picture of somebody shooting laser beams, and they're not pencil pointer laser beams. That's some big stuff. That's weather changing stuff. Read the Bible. It says that they'll cause lightning to fall from heaven or whatever. I know that's not that's a bad quote, but that's what it means. That these evil people will have control of the weather. They've got a lot of control over stuff. It'll cause men's hearts to faint. And I guess only weak-minded people, but they do have control over the weather. There's a lot of things they can do they shouldn't be able to do. They won't be able to do in the future. So they're coming down. Anyway, post 1475. This is a new one now. It says, event talk being attacked. Reference, volume, pic, POTUS tweets, missing letters. You have more than you know. Some areas we cannot expand on. Critical thinking, Q. Of course, we know that there are missing letters. There are things that they've left out so that they're left there for us to figure out, and they can't talk about them. Stuff like Mueller's really a white hat. They haven't been able to talk about that, but I believe that deep down in my soul. He's going to come down on those people real soon. There's going to be a lot of surprises in store for all the black hats. It's a good movie. You couldn't write this. Shakespeare couldn't write this one. So we'll figure that out. We'll go back on the 8chan board in a second and look at this one. Let me go through the rest of these first, and then we'll go back on the 8chan board. All right. Post 1476. Q gives us a picture of a submarine. He says, reverse image search. Think hack. Comms dark. Q. They've been hacking into our submarines. They've been hacking into our... we've had a lot of military planes crash in training. They've been hacking into our guidance systems in our planes and our boats. Remember when all the boats were running into each other? They were hacking into the guidance systems in the boats, and the boats couldn't see the other boats. They couldn't steer. Same thing with the submarines. These guys are wicked. These guys are evil. That's why I say I just wish they'd just blow them up. You know, I just wish he'd blow them up instead of trying to take them to trial. Next post, it says ghost slash or dash con active. Approval 58203 dash JX. That's not for us, I guess. That's for somebody else. Let's go back to 8chan and look at some of this stuff. I'm gonna swap boards here on you for a second, real fast. Come on. If I can get this to work. Come over here. Bingo. All right. I love all the memes. I'll do some meme stuff again too. I promise it. I'll do that for you real soon. Here we are, Q. They're gonna burn. Yes, they are. Alright, this is that last post. GhostCon active. Let's go to the post before that. With the submarine. I want to see what that one says. You got to give this a second to load. It's working on it. Okay. Reverse image search. Yeah, bad words. Original, that's too little for me to read. It says no results. 45 minutes from my area, many subs up here, base up here praying. Did China somehow initiate a remote launch of Sea Dragon tech? See, I have no idea what Sea Dragon tech is. Defense news, dog barking. Well, come on. Black hats using Chinese hacked data. Oh, yeah. Zuckerberg gave the Chinese a bunch of our data, and that's what they're probably using on this sub. That Zuckerberg, see, he ought to be in jail, and dang Congress wouldn't even put him under oath when he testified, because he wouldn't have testified, because he knows he couldn't testify without lying. So he told them that he wasn't going to testify unless they didn't put him under oath. And those pansies decided not to put him under oath. I hate our congressmen. We need to vote. I guess that's all we can do. That's what Q wants us to do. That's what President Trump wants us to do. I'd rather just go hang these people. The scenario where the ability to launch arms missiles by hacked systems may be one of the most uncomfortable situations everyone has to deal with. Yeah. See, they could launch a missile from one of our submarines without us being able to stop it. That's insane. We're talking insanity. Bad word. Get out of my backyard. That's right. I couldn't read that. Hunt for Red October. Space kill? Question mark. No, I get nothing. These guys aren't getting anything with a backward search. Oh, maybe he put that out for a reason. Reverse image search, you're not going to get anything because that's an original image. There you go. Q's not a LARP. That's an original image. So it's not going to show, they're not going to get any results with a reverse image search. So for you people who think that Q is a LARP, you are sadly mistaken. That's all I got to say. Because he's not. Oh, here's one. Yeah, they did get something. Okay, this guy got something. It says Chinese hackers steal sensitive Navy program data. No, they didn't steal it. Mark Zuckerberg gave it to them. So there you go. That's why they've gone dark. That's why there's no comms. So scary stuff, I guess, you guys. But we're still winning. We're still winning like mad. All right. Well, I'm done for tonight, I guess. I don't know what else to say. Yeah, we need to build the gallows. Yeah, Zuckerberg ought to be toast. Okay, I'll tell you what. Let me know what special you want me to talk about, and I will get something prepared. I'll get some memes put together because I know you guys liked those the last time I did it. And you know, all I did was went back here on the 8chan board and zoomed up and down and got a bunch of them off of here. These guys put them here all the time. This board's not going to have a bunch of them on it because this is a serious board here. But if you grew up in the 80s, you know there was nothing scarier than this guy's voice telling you about scary stuff that nobody solved. Yeah, you remember that guy. Unsolved mysteries. Yeah, you notice all the suicides that we've had here lately. No coincidence. I guess all we got to do is tell them we're coming after them and they'll kill themselves. That's one way to get rid of them. And that's been working. So I'm tickled to death. Here's a picture of an airplane with that laser beam. Yeah, we're talking some serious lasers now to be able to do that. That's where the California fires came from. I love just going back here and looking, LARPing. I guess that's what that's called. LARPing around on the 8chan board. And then once in a while they'll put out a good picture. All right, you guys. I guess I'm done. I love you. I missed you. And I'll be back sooner than later. I'm not going to be gone that long again. It was over a week. Oh, this is funny. Kim, hello? Shit. Yep. Poor Hussein. He's the only one that I really care to see strung up. And I sure hope we get to see that. I really do. All right. Love you guys. Don't forget to pray for our president and for Q and for Seth and for Seth's family. That's, you know, he was a patriot. He was a good man. Pray for Julian. I sure hope he's really out of there. I don't know what's going on with him, but I hope he's not still in that dang embassy. And if he is, I sure pray for him, because those are lousy conditions to have to be in. And I guess that's all. I don't want to say goodbye, but I have to. I will talk to you later. Love you. Have a good night. I'm glad this worked. We'll make it work again. I'm trying to find the stop button here. Okay. All right. Talk to you later. Love you. Bye.